The vice president of the Fresno Madera Continuum of Care says the federal government's actions mean that all 19 of Fresno's permanent housing projects will be negatively impacted, and 2 of those projects could close for good. 80 people at 2 Turning Point of Central California locations in Fresno handed eviction notices today.
It's disappointing because our community has worked really hard to increase our permanent housing options forever. And so for the federal government to provide these directives, it's devastating to our community.
The Fresno Madera Continuum of Care typically receives about $11 million a year from HUD. Most of that money goes towards permanent housing and rapid rehousing programs. But today, the federal government announcing a 30% cap on funding towards those permanent housing and rapid rehousing programs.
Which is why we are anticipating about $5 million of funding will be lost from permanent housing options.
Money traditionally used to support hundreds transitioning out of homelessness now stretched thin.
19 different housing programs are impacted by the overall cuts. We know for certain that 80 individuals will not be able to remain housed with their current housing program and funding source.
Councilmember Luis Chavez says he expected the federal government's decision.
They gave notice about a month ago or so that they were transitioning away from just permanent support housing and focusing more on transitional living housing.
That's why Chavez says local agencies have to stand up for one another.
This just underlines the need to work more collaboratively, and again, because of this, we're not going to have a choice.
But Chavez says he wasn't expecting an immediate impact.
We obviously don't want to be in the space of, having folks out on the street, especially during Christmas and the cold months.
Supervisor Chavez tells me he's working to postpone the eviction date for the 80 people who might not have a home by the end of January. In studio, Jason Taktejian, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.